there was a report today, or people were aggregating, I should say, John Gambordaro from 98.7 FM in Phoenix.
Sounds like a mafia family.
It does, really. It really does. Like
the Gamboro family.
Like I'm going to say right now that John Gambordaro, that he's credible, just because I don't want to take the chance on him hearing any inference from me that he's not. As far as I'm concerned.
He knows people.
Oh, he knows people. He knows people inside the Suns organization. He knows people outside the Suns organization. He just knows people. But
he's also in the sanitation business too.
he's an importer. He's an importer, exporter, olive oil, stuff like that. All kidding aside, I've actually heard that Gambordaro is actually very, very well connected with Phoenix sports. Phoenix sports. I want to make sure that's very clear again. He is connected with Phoenix sports. But that Bradley Beal, who is now playing off the bench for the Phoenix Suns, had 25 points actually tonight off the bench.
10 of 15.
10 of 15 from the field in a Suns victory over the 76ers. But that Bradley Beal would be willing to waive his no-trade clause to go to the Denver Nuggets, to go to the Miami Heat, which is interesting because Jimmy Butler has made it clear he wants out of Miami. The Heat have now publicly said they will listen to offers. But that he would also waive his no-trade clause for either LA team, the Clippers or the Lakers. And two things. First of all, like I said, even though Gambordaro is known as a very credible source, I've seen some people say online that he was a bit misaggregated and may have been exaggerating a bit, or people were exaggerating, not Gambordaro. People were kind of exaggerating his relaying that Bradley Beal would do this for the Lakers. That notwithstanding, it doesn't matter because Bradley Beal to the Lakers is not going to happen. Like, that is straight up not going to happen. I have not inquired about this. I don't need to inquire about this. This is not going to happen. The Lakers would have to cobble together so much salary to match Bradley Beal's $50 million. Like, you're talking at this point likely having to include Austin Reeves just to make the numbers work. And at this point of their respective careers, I think Austin Reeves is a better player than Bradley Beal. And if nothing else, he is producing comparably to Bradley Beal at like a quarter of the cost. And you would have to send out so much infrastructure to make this work. You're basically left with LeBron, AD, who clearly aren't being traded because otherwise what would be the point of this? LeBron, AD, Bradley Beal, I don't know, maybe like Dalton Connect or Max Christie, and DFS is probably still around because I don't think he can be moved in a deal like this because of CBA rules, and Flotsam and Jetsam. Like, you're going to be left looking for street free agents, likely just to...
DeAndre will be playing.
Well, okay. How badly do you want this, DeAndre? Are you looking for this to happen? Because this could be your shot with the Lakers.
Nah, I'm okay.
Wow. You don't want to join this team. I mean, like, this is not... Bradley Beal to the Lakers makes no sense for the Lakers. If he has not been helping the Suns to this point, I don't understand why he would be helping the Lakers to this point. You would be creating the same problem for the Lakers that the Suns have, which is basically they've got a big three, kind of in finger quotes, the third of which, Beal, is producing at the level of like a fourth or fifth option, but getting max money. Like, and Bradley Beal is still owed $110 million over the next two seasons and is presumably not going to forego his no-trade clause moving forward. He's going to keep that thing. So the Lakers are going to be just as stuck as the Wizards have been at times, as the Suns have been at times.
Yeah, exactly. And it's different when you have a team like the Suns where you have like all these guys, you got all these superstars. You got Durant, you got Booker, and you got all these other role players. And like Bradley Beal, when he was on those Wizards team, it was literally just Bradley Beal. Yeah. And obviously John Wall was on that team, but we can go down the line with that. But I'm just saying, like, Bradley Beal is used to being the guy. Give the ball in his hands, he's going to take the last second shot, he's going to score, he's going to give you 30 points, 25 to 30 points a game. But his production with the Suns has gone down because he cannot find the right fit with that team. There's no structure on how that team plays whatsoever. That's why they had to move him to the bench, because he's not a right fit for them. So if he's not a right fit for the Suns, what makes you think that he's going to come and translate over here for the Lakers? No, that's not going to work like that.
No, especially, too, if you have to gut everything just to bring him over. Like, maybe you can figure out a way to do this without including Reeves, but at that point, you're going to end up having to include Christie and Connect, I think, just to make the money work. Like, there's only so many of these veterans minimum guys that you're going to be able to cobble into this. Like, you're going to have to, I mean, I don't know what Phoenix is going to be asking for this. There might need to be a third team involved just to, like, send out a little of these contracts because both of these teams are dealing with cap issues. Phoenix is like a beyond second apron team. They're like an eighth apron team at this point. So, like, they're going to have even less flexibility than the Lakers, which means you likely have to get a third team involved, maybe a fourth team involved. Those other teams are going to want incentives to make this work, which could potentially mean you have to give up, like, trade, picks just to bring in Bradley Beal. Like, for the Lakers, this not only would make no sense, it would feel like they learned absolutely nothing from the Russell Westbrook experience. Like, Beal would be a better fit than Russ, but, like, Russell Westbrook might be the least pliable player in the league. Like, this would be such a stupid idea by the Lakers. Again, it's not going to happen.
Hey, Russ is balling in Denver.
He is balling in Denver.
He's a great fit right now. But I'm just saying, like, I would rather have a team where there's no, like, you don't need to have 3 stars. Honestly, if you have your 2 core guys in LeBron and AD, you can obviously build around them. They're learning that they got to build around those 2 right now.
Yeah.
There's no need to have a 3rd star. Get other guys who come in and do their job. Like LeBron says, they need to work on the little things as far as, like, the grit, the grind, the toughness. Well, you got to bring someone in who can provide that toughness. Yes, they addressed the issue with DFS. Obviously, they want more toughness on the defensive end. Okay, now we need more. We need a little bit more out of that as well. We need a little bit more guys to come in who will set the tone and bring a lot more energy and effort off the bench as well. Like I said, you mentioned Rui earlier. I know I'm just jumping in, but we mentioned Rui earlier, and it's like there's times where he's floating around. So if his offense isn't doing, and he's what, 6'7", 6'8", big body, but doesn't utilize his body enough. So it's like when he's out there on offense and he's not providing nothing on defense because he really can't stay in front of nobody, and you expect him with this size to be able to rebound, he's not doing that either. So that's why I felt like J.J. Redick was like, okay, we're going to sit you down a little bit so you can figure it out. So you see your mistakes. That's why I'm pretty sure they went over film to see where he can plug him in and put him in the right spot, because offensively, when he's not shooting, when he's not hitting his threes, because he settles a lot, he doesn't get to the paint anymore, which I don't really, because early in the season we saw him aggressive, getting to the basket. He's gone away from that. So now it's like, okay, we need to find that Rui who will give us and provide us something offensively, because if you're not doing nothing offensively, then now we got to look at it. What are you going to provide both ends?
I don't really see what Bradley Beal would bring to this team that as your 3rd best player, you're not already getting from Austin Reeves as the current 3rd best player. Austin Reeves makes like 25% of what Bradley Beal makes. Like, it just makes no sense to me at all. And then if he becomes your 4th best player, if you somehow kept Reeves, you're paying $50 million for a number 4. It's not going to happen.
No need to have a 3rd star.
No. You don't need to have a $50 million 3rd star. We've already been down that road. We saw what that looked like